Hey beautiful, it's Darby and welcome to my channel. Today I have the most exciting video for you guys. Well, some may think this is a little bit pointless, but some of you will die for this video. It's how I take and how I edit my Instagram photos. This is actually in collaboration again with my beautiful friend here on YouTube. This is Katherine Rose. You guys have probably seen our collaboration or have seen her on YouTube or have seen her beautiful, beautiful Instagram, which is actually Katherine_Bond, which I'll leave right here. But she is so stunning. I'm so excited to see her video because I'm so jealous of her feed and her photos. They're so white and crisp and just like classy and beautiful. So super excited to see her video. I'll leave it down in the description bar so you guys can check hers out after you've watched my video. And if you're coming from Katherine's channel, hey everyone, my name's Darby and I'm so excited that you're here. Please like this video if you like it. Subscribe down to my channel down below there and let's get right into it. So let's start off this video by telling you what I use to take my Instagram photos. So 99% of the time, I'm just using my iPhone 5. I was supposed to have the 7 a couple months ago, but complications with Bell. And yeah, so I'm still waiting on the iPhone 7, but this takes okay pictures for now. Obviously, I shouldn't be using the front screen as much. I just like to be able to see myself, but the back of the camera has such a better lens on it in camera. So 99% of the time I'm just using my iPhone, which takes pretty clear pictures. If you have to, you can just sharpen it with some tools that I'll tell you a little bit later. But otherwise, I use my Canon, which I'm actually filming on right now. And literally, this is my second time taking this because I was reading out what kind of camera it is, and it's the EOS Rebel T5i. I've been telling everybody for like a year and a half that it's the T3i. I don't know how I mixed that up, but yeah, it's the T5i. So that takes obviously amazing photos, but it's just easier to whip out your iPhone and just be like click, 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 instead of like setting up your tripod or trying to hold it and take a selfie. Like, it's just obviously not ideal, but the pictures are like amazing on there. And yeah, so I'm in love with my Canon. I can't wait to get a new iPhone to take better selfies, but first of all, that's how I take my Instagram photos. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is lighting. Lighting is so important, guys, for your Instagram photos or just any photos in general. So what you want to do is try to aim for natural lighting. So if this means having to take your photos during the day, then try to do so. Try not stand in direct lighting because when you're taking it, the sun's kind of just beating on you. It creates weird shadows and it's just really harsh. What you want to do is have nice soft light. So this means standing in the shade and still a beautiful, nice sunny day. It's very lit around you, but you're not standing in that harsh light or standing at the window in your house and taking a selfie. But if it's like today where it's super gloomy outside or it's nighttime and you don't have that natural light available, then what I do is I invested in some box lights. So you could either get a ring light to put in front of you or some box lights or both or whatever you want. I got two just so that the sides of me are both lit, because if you just have one in front of you, then the sides of you have kind of shadows on them and it just has some weird shadows around you. So I'll leave these two. You can only get one, or you can get just one if you want, but it's better to have two besides you. If you want to get your Instagram game up, then I'll have these linked in the description bar as well as my camera. But for selfies, for Instagram photos, my main thing I want to get across is your lighting. Your lighting is so important. You can always dull down the photo or brighten it up after, but to have just a natural, beautiful photo to begin with is easier to work with throughout editing your photo. So my next little tip is to actually stand on your toes when you're taking a photo. So, well, when somebody else is taking a photo of you. So I'll leave a photo right here just for example. This is a photo of me just standing flat foot, and this is a photo of me when I'm actually standing on my toes. So it really elongates the body and it just makes the legs nice and slim. What else you could do is actually take the photo from a little bit lower to elongate the body, make you a little bit more tall and more slim. And another little tip is actually putting one leg in front of the other and standing on your toes. This will really elongate the legs. It will make the legs look a little bit thinner because there's less leg that you're seeing. They're kind of crossed one in front of the other. So it gives that nice slim, long, lean effect. So that's another tip that I definitely use in your Instagram game. So my next tip is for sunglasses. So if you don't want to put any eye makeup on or any makeup on in general, then just hit up the sunglasses. But when you're putting on your sunglasses, don't just keep them close to your face like this. Slide them down your nose. I don't know why, but it gives such a cooler effect. Use lots of hand motions just to fill up the space in the picture. So look at this compared to this. It's so simple, but it's a little tip that you can use for your Instagram. So the next thing I do to take my Instagram photos is, if I don't have somebody to take my photos for me, I can just push self timer. You can do 3 or 10 seconds, and then you can just prop your phone up somewhere, and then you can just run back, strike your pose, or if it's a selfie, put it right in front of you. If you want to use both your hands in the picture, then you can just do the 3 or 10 second timer just on your iPhone. Obviously, a nice camera can do that as well, but most people are just taking selfies or taking Instagram photos on their phones. So if you don't have anybody to take your Instagram photos, which is the constant struggle, I feel you, then you can just use self timer. So that's pretty much how I take my Instagram photos. I hope that helped you out just a little bit, but for the most exciting part is how I edit my Instagram pictures. So let's get right into it. Okay, so for editing my photos, what I do first is I go into my social media folder and I click on Selfie Editor. Once I go here, I go into my gallery and I'm going to pick the photo that I want. Today I'm going to pick this photo just because I want to show you guys a couple little tricks. So as you can see here, my feed is mostly white and kind of black. So what I want to do is get rid of all this kind of yellowish, and I want to turn that white. So I don't want to auto touch. What I want to do is go into teeth whiten. And then what this is going to do is when you run your finger over every area that is kind of yellow, it's going to turn it white. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And once that's done, I'm simply going to push save, and I'm going to save this to my camera roll. Next up, I'm going to go to Pick FX, and I'm going to scroll and get that photo again. And I push don't crop, and then I always go to the third one, which is called core. And I like the first 4. So the first one's really, really bright. The second one's a little bit darker, still faded though. This one kind of eliminates all color, and I do like that for some. But for this one, I like this one because it keeps it nice and dark, but it also accentuates kind of the black. So it makes the blacks a little bit more blacker, but I don't put it to its full volume. I kind of put it a little bit less than halfway. And then you just push add right there, and then it adds it. And then I put a little bit of the light one on as well. So kind of play with it. I like it right about there. And then I can save that right to my camera roll. So to see if all my pictures are gonna look good together, I go to Unum right here. And these are all the pictures that I want to post up here. And then this is my feed. You can tell that it's your feed because it has the Instagram symbol right beside it in the corner there. So I actually have posted this photo already, but what I would do is just click on a box and I would just add the photo just to see if it would look good in my feed. So you would kind of go like this and you'd look and see if it looks good in there. You can move them around and kind of play with them. So you kind of just line it up like that. This is your feed already. If these were the next 3 photos I wanted to upload, yeah, they look pretty good. So then the next step would simply be going to Instagram and uploading the photo. Once I do go to Instagram and upload the photo, I do like editing my photos in Instagram as well. They have an awesome editor. So I just come here and I'd kind of zoom it in just a tad. Push next. And then I'd go to edit down here at the bottom. And then kind of just play with the brightness maybe. Maybe make it a little bit darker. play with the structure, maybe make it a little bit more grungy, a little bit more sharp. If you want, you can make it a little bit warmer because it does look a little bit cool right now. And then usually I do play with the highlight to make it a little bit lighter, the background a little bit lighter and whiter. Sometimes I play with the shadows, and then I always add the sharpness. Just a tad there, and that's pretty much it. If you don't feel like posting your photo right away, but you have edited already, you can always save it to your drafts, but for right now, I'm already edited the photo and I've already posted it. So that's pretty much how I edit my photos, guys. They're all pretty much the same. I always use the same filters. This is my feed at the moment. Another little tip I do is that I kind of put black and white next to each other, dark photos and light photos. This is just prettier, so it's not kind of too many light photos in a row, like all together, which I kind of used to do, like about right here. It was kind of too light, and I kind of like what I'm doing right now with the contrast of the black and the white, so I'm kind of more aware of how I'm constructing my feed at the moment, and just adding a little bit of pops of colors of some pinks, and then obviously some tan nudes. So that's pretty much how I edit my Instagram photos. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Darby Whiting. That'd be much appreciated. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, beautiful. So that was my video. That is usually how I take and how I edit my Instagram photos. Usually all the same kind of theme that I'm sticking to. I hope you guys learned something from this. And if you haven't seen Katherine's video already, go check it out. I already know it's going to be so amazing. Her feed is just so beautiful, white and like crisp and classy. Oh, you guys will love it. So honestly, like I'm not even kidding, I'm so excited to see her video and see how she does it, because I need to learn how to do that. But I hope you did learn something from my video as well. And if you guys did like our videos, please give them a like if you actually did like it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. If you're from my channel, go subscribe to her channel. You won't be disappointed. Her stuff is amazing. It's just like videos that you want to see, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.